If you're an owner, operator, or staff member that is responsible for growing your online and ultimately offline community, chances are there have been several occasions that you've had a creative roadblock and blankly stared at your laptop thinking, what topics do I post about, or what do I document about today? If you've been frustrated with the loss of your valuable time because of a struggle to brainstorm ideas for your digital and social platforms, I want to help. In this video, I'll share topic suggestions we've given to and also learning collaborations with CMOs, VPs of marketing, and social media directors so that you can limit the time lost and get to building and engaging with your brand's community, hopefully leading to more prospect inquiries, more sales, and better client retention. My name is Lyle Gadin. I'm a 25-year fitness industry veteran, and this is Industry Unveiled. As I mentioned in the introduction, my interaction with many owners, operators, and managers at all levels responsible for community engagement have shared the same frustration with finding topics to create engaging content for. A lot of time it results in a Google search of other brands to find inspiration from what others have created. And if I could, a quick plug for myself, I made a video about leveraging the Facebook page of your competitor or brands that you have an affinity for to see what type of ads they run and potentially get inspirational ideas or just simply see what they're doing. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll post a link below, as I think it's a good reconnaissance tool to see a competitor or other brand messaging. Now, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, that community building, both online and offline, but in the context of this video, online, it's foundational to the success of your business in 2022 and beyond. Before I get to the 3 topic pillars, let me do my best to implore, motivate, nudge, just get your attention to take community building on your social platforms. Now, this is geared to my fitness industry friends, so if you're not in the fitness industry, this might apply to you. But friends, I need you to take it as seriously as we took lead box distribution. Remember when we got the brand new acrylic lead boxes with the improved pen bungee and the 3M stickers for the lead pads? We got to take it more serious than that. Or when we would hand out flyers and put them in car windshields, just be real careful to lift the wiper, or we would wedge it carefully in the door handle. How many A-frames have we lugged out with the interchangeable urgency window creating countdowns? Now it had the convenient 7-point Velcro attachment technology. Or we'd post up at the exit of an escalator for VIP free pass handoffs strategically placed in their stomach or their free hand of these mall shoppers. Yes, these are things I've done. But my friends, a lot of you loved doing those things. You had focus, you had zeal, you had enthusiasm when you led your team to do those things. We need that same type of commitment to building an online community. You have to be all in on acting like a media company for your brand. Now, this is just one man's opinion, but I believe actions rooted in a commitment to learning how to connect, engage, and grow with a community purposefully with the intent to serve and educate will yield more sales and retention than actions rooted in a commitment to learning tactics to prospect, sell, and close members of a community. And to be clear, learning the tactics to prospect, sell, and close, they're foundational skills to drive production in business. I support them. I used to teach them. However, I'm just saying that when you don't commit at the very least an equal amount of energy to teaching your teams how to connect with your community, you rely too much on the promo, the flash sale, the hard to find superstar employee instead of creating an environment or culture that your team is accountable to for nurturing community connection. Now, with that said, consumers can easily access information at any time of day about any brand on multiple platforms, and you just can't afford to not have information out there. Gone are the days of consumers patiently waiting for brands to push them information. Now consumers are proactive. They're pulling information about brands that pique their interest. Think about your consumer behavior or your family and friends' behavior when they hear something good, or bad for that matter, about a brand's product or service. Most of us, in some form, pull information by checking out a Facebook page and groups within Facebook, an Instagram profile, a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, a LinkedIn profile, a tweet, a Google My Business review, and that profile being found by a Google search. And eventually, you find the product or service's website. And if you're not on most of these platforms, and even other platforms, you've just lost out an opportunity to potentially connect with a future customer. Now more than ever, there are so many opportunities to connect with a future customer. Why miss out? First, the smartphone adoption is now ubiquitous across humankind. It's projected that in 2022, 6.567 billion humans will have a smartphone subscription. In the US alone, Consider that 85% of the population, so our population is about 332.4 million, 85% are going to have a smartphone. That's 282.5 million people. That's an incredible amount of individuals in the US alone that can quickly access information, and they can potentially stumble across your brand. And think, for the last year, April 2021 through April 2022, mobile devices accounted for 58% of the searches in the world, compared to 40% for the desktop and 2% for the tablet. Then take into consideration that since 2011, mobile device media consumption has gone from an average of only 45 minutes per day, just 45 minutes per day, to a whopping 252 minutes per day. That's 4 hours and 12 minutes average per day. It's a 460% increase in 10 years. Desktop media consumption, it averages only about 50 minutes per day in comparison. Even more, the average person opens their phone about 60 times or more per day, and that's about every 24 minutes. And I know a lot of people who do it much more than that. I know I do. Hate to admit it. Next, take this into consideration. A study done in September 2021 showed that for mobile device usage across the world, video streaming consisted of 49% of mobile downstream traffic. So of that 49%, let's just call it 50%. Of that 50%, 48% was from YouTube, 16% from TikTok, 15% from Facebook video, 12% from Instagram, and only 4% from Netflix. Social media platforms and video consumption dominated mobile usage. So why did I share all those stats? I think it's to underscore, for better or worse, right or wrong, a majority of humans are attached to a smartphone. So if the use of a smartphone is now seemingly more consistent than brushing, flossing, showering, if you intend to get your brand seen and want to gain the trust from those that you want as your customers, you got to grab their attention. You must dedicate resources to producing content. So the 83 to 85% of the population who spend 4 or more hours per day on their phone consuming various content, again, 50% of which on mobile is video from social media platforms, can you afford to not start putting out content now? So my goal is not to overwhelm you, and I have a good feeling a majority of you intuitively know that this is the reality that we're in, that mobile adoption is here, that individuals around the globe are consuming content at alarming rates. And we realize that we have to deploy on multiple platforms. Do you have to be on all of them? No, but unquestionably, you need to be on several of them and consistently making content for them to engage with your brand, for you to create community, to nurture these relationships. And maybe we'll make another video about all the different platforms in detail. Now, bringing it back home, regardless of the multiple platforms you are on, you must be on a few of them in this competitive landscape as brands vie for your prospects' attention. And so it really comes down to understanding the people that we serve in the communities that we're in and connecting with them with the right topics, engaging with them, and making sure that we communicate with them regularly so that we can nurture a relationship that brings brand loyalty. So let me not keep you waiting and share the 3 topic pillars to build your library of content around. So I hope I've done a good job of at least giving you context at what's at the fingertips of your community. I'll cover these 3 in no particular order. The first topic pillar to build content around will be educational topics. Educational topics give you an opportunity to be a coach, to lend credibility to your expertise to your community. Some examples will be how-tos, how to improve your mobility, how to use a treadmill, how to freeze your membership. This is a great way to guide your clients and prospective members on specific steps to do something. Others will be little tidbits of information like, did you know? Did you know the benefits of hydration, a training implement, or a specific mindset to overcome a plateau? And the third one, as a subset within education, a great one that people like to use are top tips, like the top 5 things, the top 3 things, top tips to improve your 5K. So in education, these 3 subtopics hopefully will give you a lot of opportunity to create content to really engage, coach, and educate your customers and your prospective members. So the next topic pillar will be entertainment. Now, entertainment is a great way to connect with your prospective members in your community because it's going to share stories and it's going to be a great way for you to connect emotionally. Now, some real good examples of entertainment will be like show behind the scenes of your operation. How was it that you set up this group fitness class? Or maybe a show behind the scenes of a training that you do for a specific training implement. Or you could even show behind the scenes of how you take care of the club and how you clean the club. You'd be surprised what it is that individuals find entertaining. Another one that you can utilize will be a day in the life. Document the day in the life of an instructor, a staff member, an owner, a manager. Just take maybe 5 to 10 second video clips of them doing things throughout their day. It's another kind of behind the scenes video and can be really entertaining for individuals, and let members connect with staff members really on a personal level. And another one that you can do are member interviews. This is a good way to add humor to it. For example, should bicep curls be allowed in the squat rack? There's going to be a lot of questions that you can ask members, and you're going to get some interesting stories. So I definitely recommend this one for entertainment purposes. So here are some topics again for entertainment. So the third topic in the 3-topic pillar will be empathy. Now, this is a great one because it's a way for you to show your community that you understand what they're feeling, to show that you're empathetic to their needs and emotions when starting a training program, or maybe they hit a plateau. So some examples of this would be sharing a member's journey. Now, a lot of you understand this as a testimonial. These are one of the most underused tools to connect with the community. I strongly recommend that you find a testimonial or 2 per week at minimum. You can find these success stories. Just ask your members. And through asking your members, you're going to create dialogue and connection with your membership community. And another one that you can do within the member's journey is share a special interest story from a member. You'll follow them outside of the gym, maybe show where they work if you can get permission, or maybe a hobby that they like to do. It really shows that as a business, you connect with your customer and you're interested in their story and not just their money for working out. And the next one to look at is, what is your purpose? So you can do a montage of the staff, of the leadership, about your why. What do you stand for? Or you can go to each individual person and share maybe once a week or twice a week. And this is a great way to highlight employees as well. Why do they do what they do? It'll just really give confidence to your community and to your current members that wow, this team believes in what it is that they do. They love working here, and I want to be a part of that. And the last one's going to be feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found is kind of a sales technique, but these videos are going to help prospective members and members understand that staff and members alike, they understand how a prospective member feels. They felt the same way. And they found this when they tried this program, or they found support when they met with this nutritionist. And again, this is just a technique, a little nuance in how you can present a video, but hopefully this is going to help you create videos that create emotion. They'll say, wow, they understand how I feel. And that member, they've been through what I have. I need to give them a call. I need to check them out. To recap, the 3 topic pillars we discussed are education, entertainment, and empathy. The idea is to find subtopics under each of these pillars to build your content around, ultimately with the goal of engaging and building your online community. I would suggest holding a 30-minute or less strategy meeting to list as many subtopics under each pillar as your team can think of, then delegate to whom each topic will be assigned to. Hold a couple of these meetings, but keep them brief so they don't feel forced and drawn out. You don't need fancy equipment, simply a phone will do. However, if you are going to upgrade on a budget, I suggest that you prioritize audio quality. There are great smartphone lavalier microphones that you can find on Amazon that run around $60 or less that will greatly improve your audio. You're going to want to hear the great stories, the interesting answers, and the thoughtful insights your team and members give you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And if this video gave you any value whatsoever, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, a heart, or however you feel compelled to engage with this post. Thanks again for your time. I look forward to your comments and suggestions. Have a blessed day, everybody.